What's up, Facebook? Hope everyone's having an amazing, positive day. I'm gonna wait for some of you to get on. I'm super excited for what I'm about to speak about, only because awareness is always an issue in our lives, and I think it's very important that for us, we create more awareness, especially with the history of our families. I have my computer on over here, and it's a little wet, which is why it's not allowing me to move my, there it is. Yeah. So as you guys get on, just gonna wait for a few people to get on as well. Your input is very, I would love your input in this. I'm just gonna share this real quick in my like page, in my business page. Give me 1 second as I do that. This is going to be as powerful as I can bring it to you guys. Perfect. What's up, everyone? Say hi. You guys are on. Please say hello. Hope everyone's having a great day. I know the weather is a little all crazy today, so we just gotta live in it. It is what it is. Don't let your life be detoured by weather. I think that this is a topic that I feel is very important that we bring light to it. Hi, Nydia. What's up, Kelly? I can't wait to see you soon. I think this is an area of life that I feel that if we all come together to bring awareness in this area, I think that we are going to be very successful moving forward for our generations to come. I'll wait like 1 more minute and then I just jump right in. Just if you're on right now, just share your presence with us so I can know who is on. I love to acknowledge you for taking the time out to actually listen to me. I think that I have some good stuff to share with you guys. Again, it's all about listening to the word for the man upstairs and then just delivering my message through my faith, through my energy, through my power, so that I can bring you guys the utmost potential to give you growth within yourself. I think that we all need that. I think that sometimes we forget, we forget about the little simple things because we're so busy going after the big things. Hey, Vanessa, what's going on? So we're always forgetting about, it's the little things in life right now that we need to focus on to awaken the hardest things in our lives. What's up, Eddie, man? Thank you. Welcome, brother. You're welcome. Keep it up. Keep it up. So let's get started. So pretty much why I'm going live today is pretty much to talk to you guys about awakening our history. What's up, Mike? Awakening our history, our past generations, our parents, our grandparents, or whoever it is that still exists in our lives, right? We are always real busy complaining about the life that we're currently living. But the problem is that people are forgetting that our life changes in an instant, on a daily basis, only because society grows. And when society grows, some of us stay behind. And that's a lot to do with how our parents, grandparents, ancestors were raised. You always understand that our generation, our past generation, is the reason why they are where they are is because of the lifestyle that they were living at the current time. Their lifestyle, our ancestors' lifestyle is different than our grandparents' lifestyle. Our grandparents' lifestyle is different than our parents' lifestyle. Our lifestyle is different than our parents' lifestyle. we need to start understanding that moving forward in our lives, because you got to understand that if we are not helping our families grow with us, we're doing them a disjustice. If they're still living the same lifestyle that they were living 10, 15, 20 years ago, guys, you're not doing something right. You're not awakening something inside of them. Don't be selfish on where you are right now, and because you're doing so well, but maybe some of you are still blaming your parents for where you're not in life. Some of you are still blaming your parents for no success, for no house, for no happiness, for no love. You're blaming them for all these things that they had no pretty much recollection of what they were doing at the time. Maybe they didn't understand what that meant because they never received it from the generation before them. Maybe the generation before them, they didn't even receive it from the generation before them. Understand that the only reason why life is changing so fast is because of social media. Social media right now is what's opening our eyes to so much potential, so much happiness, so much love, so much existence. So many things in our lives right now are predicated of what is going on right now in this world. Everything that's going on in this world right now, guys, is based on society growing through social media. Are you growing with social media? Are you actually, are you one of those that be like, oh, here we go, another post. Oh, here's this guy talking about this again. Or here's that guy talking about that again, guys. I don't see, those people will never grow. People that complain about the now will not grow because you're too busy living in your past that you're not going to catch up to your present. You got to start waking yourself up from that below ground mentality that you have, because maybe you were raised in a bubble. Maybe you were raised like I was. Honestly, guys, I was an introvert growing up. Yeah, I was loud. I was, outgoing. I was fun. I was active, but it was in my circle. I didn't get outgoing until I started reaching high school and stuff like that. And when I got into high school, I was still like in a balance beam. You know what I mean? I was like little seesaw. But you got to understand that some of you out there are still living in a bubble. You guys are still in this little circle and that are afraid to come out because you were raised to be a certain way, because that's all they knew how to. Your parents only knew how to actually raise you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they raised you their best way. They raised you to their highest potential in life. Can you agree with that? Like, your parents gave you 110% of their all. My parents gave me and are giving me 110% of their all. It is my job, it is my duty right now to give them my all so that they can catch up with life. Because they're not, the reason why our parents are still maybe angry at the little things, complaining about the little things. Do you know what I'm talking about? They always complain about these little things, these little details in life that it's not a big deal. But understand that to them is a big deal because when they were growing up, it was made up as a big deal. Nowadays, the things that were a big deal in the past are not a big deal right now. But we need to create that awareness. We need to open up their vision, open up their eyes to see the altitude of growth that they're going to have in their life because of our personal experience in the now. Right now, we are growing. Right now, we are developing into a world of love and happiness, awareness, because of social media. Because we get to see other people's lives grow before our eyes. I'm not telling you guys to compare yourselves to other people. I'm not doing that because I'm against comparing yourself to anyone. But what people are doing is giving you an awareness that you can go for more. If you want more out of life, go get it. People are showing you that it is possible for you to go and receive more out of life. I'm learning that, guys. I was not a reader. I hated to read. I hated to read. And I say that with passion because it's the truth. It wasn't until I read my first book in 2007. I didn't read another book for like months or years later. I was reading maybe one book every year, if that. Last year, I read 6 books. This year, I'm on my 3rd book. And it's like, not only is like, not because I'm just reading the book, it's because I'm growing. I am learning from other people's experience, other people's mistakes. That's the reason why these books even exist. Because they made mistakes once. The Michael Jordans of the world, the Wayne Gretzky's of the world, all these famous people out there in the world, the reason why they got to where they are is because of all the mistakes that they came across. Some of you are probably, whatever job title you have. Maybe you are a salesman. Maybe you are a beautician. Maybe you are a repairman. Maybe you are a construction worker. Maybe whatever it is that you are. You know that you're not perfect. But if it wasn't for someone making the mistakes that they made at one point, you wouldn't have the machinery. You wouldn't have the structure, the durability of a job place right now. You will be sweating. You will be suffering. You will be complaining even more now because of the awareness that you've grown through the experiences of other people. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I went out today. I went out shopping, and I started seeing all these parents. And I see a lot of people confused, lost. I feel like they were walking dead. Like, I'm not saying that to put anybody down. I'm saying that because I feel people need to hear it. Too many people are out there walking dead, not being aware that there is more out of life than just complaining, stressing, worrying about the negatives. Like I was reading today's chapter about there is life after death. Some of us are holding on to our past so much that we are not allowing ourselves to grow, to be better in our lives because we're so busy, complaining or worrying about the things that we can't control no matter what. You have to understand that God works His ways no matter if you like it or you don't. There's certain things you're not going to like. There's going to be certain challenges you don't want to face. But understand that you need to face these challenges because you're not only growing for yourself, you're growing for someone else. I am growing, guys. I'm growing each and every day for not only my parents, I am growing for my nephews. I am growing for them. I want them to live a better life than me. I want them to see what I didn't see when I was a kid because my parents couldn't teach me what they didn't know. It is not their fault. It is nobody's fault, guys. Understand that every generation was raised completely different. It is our job now to get the awareness from now. When maybe one day when God blesses me with kids, my kids are going to teach me something that I don't know because I'm probably stuck at a certain point. I'm not catching up to life. Maybe they're seeing something that I don't see yet. But if you're doing something of significance, of power, of energy, of growth to someone else, if you're not sharing it, if you're being selfish, guys, you're only hurting the next generation. Stop hurting the next generation by not sharing your growth. Like, I read every day. I give myself a game plan to try to read something, to try to grow somewhere. And when I do, I share it. Because I feel that I can empower someone to be better than they were yesterday. But why not? Why? If sometimes we're so busy trying to empower our friends, the people that probably don't even care about us, the people that probably ignore us more than they pay attention to us. But then we got our family members that love us so much, that give us so much, that are there so much, that we don't give them the awareness that they deserve. You know how many times I used to have to do things for my parents because they didn't get it yet? But now they do, because I helped them understand. It wasn't that they were not smart or that they didn't know what they were doing. It's just that they wasn't aware of what they had to do. But if we are not growing our families, our generations, our past generations, guys, we're never gonna grow. We're in a society that we are the paying it forward society. We're in a world right now that we're constantly paying forward something. If you feel that we're living in the world of silence, you're mistaken. Because if you're silent right now, if you're living a life of silence, you're being selfish and you're doing a disservice. A major disservice. Because maybe you're doing something that is of value to someone that right now is waiting for you to speak up. How many people do you feel I've inspired because I decided to take the notion to live out loud? Imagine if I did not speak out loud. Imagine if I didn't make a decision to change my life. Imagine if I wouldn't be able to make these videos to speak about the way I feel, the way I empower, the way I have faith. Imagine how many people I would have missed out on impacting if I would have stood quiet and I kept it in a bubble. So many of you right now complain about other people posting so much, saying so much, speaking about their personal experience so much. Understand this, these people are releasing a gift to all of you so that you can awaken yourself, so that you can live a fulfilling life. Because so many of you are stuck. You're stuck and you don't know why. You're stuck in a life right now that you don't see nothing moving forward. But guess what? Because you're not opening up. You're not understanding that there is more to do. There is more to get out. Just being too silent. You're quiet. You're covering your mouth. You're saying, I'm not going to talk about this. You guys are afraid of being judged. I don't care if I get judged. I get judged every single day. I don't care. Because right now, when I speak with power, I speak with energy, and I speak with faith. When I speak with faith. Some people are going to knock me. Some people are going to lift me up. Some people might give me a high five. And guess what? I'm good with all of them. I don't really care. Too many of you are living life scared. You're scared to live out loud. You're scared to be the leader in your generation. Why don't you be the leader in your generation today so that you can overcome all the obstacles of your past? You've heard the phrase, be the change you wish to see in the world. Why do you have to see it on somebody else's world? See it in your world. You have a gift. All of you have a gift. Why are you denying the gift that God gave you by complaining about the things you don't have instead of appreciating what you do? How many of you do that? How many of you complain about what you don't have and don't appreciate what you do? That's the problem with society nowadays. All they do is complain. Oh my God, you're complaining. Stop it. Stop complaining. If you want change, do something about it. Instead of complaining about what others are not doing, then you do it. You do it. You be the leader. Because all you're doing by complaining, you're giving the energy to the negative section of that area of the world that you don't want to see anymore. You're giving that energy. How about flipping it? How about flipping the energy to the positive side of the negative thing that you're complaining about? Stop doing that. Your life will change dramatically the minute you take that energy from the negative and turn it into the positive. So many people, the shares that you see in the world, right? You want to create awareness for certain things that are going on in the world, right? I'm not even going to get into that. I don't even want to talk about that because I'm not into that stuff. So many people share the negativities that are going on in the world, which is cool. You want to create awareness for it. Why don't you speak about the positive that you want to see? Why don't you post about the good things that you want to see in the world? Why don't you talk about that? If you're so into these negative things, why don't you talk about the positive things you want to see? Why? Oh, because you might get judged by people because we live in a negative society. You're scared to be judged. You're scared to be put down. You're scared to be thrown something. Thrown jabs for whatever reason that you're talking about. I've been living this positive lifestyle for over 9 years. So many people have tested me. And you know what? Have I passed every single time? Heck no. Have I failed more times than I've succeeded? Heck yeah. But am I stopping? No. Heck no. You think I want to go back to the negative mentality that I used to have growing up? Heck no. I don't want that shit no more. I don't want it. I don't need it. The only reason why I am and who I am today is because I decided to change the way I think. When you start changing the way you think, feel, that is when your life will take a different level. That is when your life will become what it's meant to be. But if you're stuck in that little circle of what is called the comfort zone, you're going to always be comfortable and you will never understand what being uncomfortable really means. And some of you quit when that uncomfortable gets really uncomfortable. When you taste, when being uncomfortable starts rubbing off on your shoulder, that's when you start running backwards. That's the moment you should be running forward. When you get uncomfortable with life, that's when you start moving forward. You can't run away from problems. You can't do that. Problems will find its way to you because that's life showing you what you need to overcome in order to get to that next level. Believe me when I tell you, I know what that means. I've been faced with so many challenges in my life that, trust me, I could have quit. I should have quit. But if I would have, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm not speaking to you from out of my ass. I'm speaking to you from experience. From my personal experience. I can't speak for nobody else. I can't tell you nobody else's story. I can only tell you my story. I grew up in a negative world. I grew up in a negative lifestyle. Everybody did. All of you did. None of you are perfect. Some of you try to be perfect in an imperfect world. You're going to fail. It's just plain and simple. You're going to fail. So you need to start growing up. You need to start living it up. And you got to start speaking out loud and awakening your parents, your nephews, your kids. Prepare them for the future. Prepare them for the now. It is your duty to awaken the past. To let them know that you can't eat certain things anymore. The things that they never gave you an awareness before, you can't eat that stuff. Why do you think we're losing people at an early age, guys? We're losing so many people at an early age because of their lack of nutrition. Some of them are health reasons, but a lot of them can be avoided. A lot of those things could be avoided, but we need to teach our relatives, our aunts, our uncles, our cousins, our family, our friends. We got to teach them that there is a better way. I've learned by reading that your mindset is based on how you eat. If you eat like crap, you're going to think like crap. If you eat clean, you will think clear. It's just, can it be true? Is it scientifically right? I don't know. It's right for me. It feels good to me because the way I used to eat is the way I used to feel. The way I eat now is exactly the way I feel. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you from my personal experience. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm speaking to you through myself. Because if I can be the change that I want to see, listen, want to see the change that I want to see in the world? More faith, more positivity. I think I'm doing a damn well good job at showing you that that's what I want to see in the world. What do you want to see in the world? What is it that makes you happy? Are you sharing that? Are you talking to more people about it? If you're not talking to many people about it, that means that you don't even care. You're waiting for somebody to say something. Oh, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I was thinking that same thing. I want to do that too. Come on, man. Why are you waiting for someone else to take the lead? You take the lead. You be the awakening. You be the leader. If you fail, so what? Fail again. Fail again. Fail again. Fail again. Because God knows that I'm ready to fail over and over and over again. And I promise you that I'm not going to stop. But you can't stop either. You can't. I lost 55 pounds. I could have said, I'm done. All right, let me go back to eating my McDonald's and eating out all day and spending money here, spending money there. I could have done that. No. Can't do that. I already failed there once. I succeeded. Now I want to keep succeeding there. I found faith. I found positivity. I already failed in the past. I don't want to fail again. And if I fail, I want to learn from what I failed with. The one thing that I do a lot of, guys, is that I take my mind as a Rolodex. You may not know what that means, but let me explain. My mind is a Rolodex right now. I always take my life back to my past, only to learn why I went through what I went through, so that I can discover more about me. Because the people that come into your life are the people that need to hear your story. Because if you're too busy staying quiet in a little bubble, you're doing a disservice to someone else. You're not helping someone grow. You're hurting yourself. You're going against the grain because God said, listen, you went through what you went through because I know you were my strongest soldier. The reason why your life is so hard right now is because I know that you can overcome that. So if you're facing hardship right now, it's because God knows that you can overcome it. And you're watching this right now, it's because I'm telling you that you can win. There's still a chance for you to win. But are you willing to face? Are you willing to sacrifice? That's the key word. Sacrifice is used too much out there as a negative. Too much. Too many people in our past have sacrificed so much. But you know what? That sacrifice is positive. There's a lot of sacrifices that are positive in this world, but we keep giving it a negative connotation. Stop it, people. When I tell you, like I tell my challengers, I tell my coaches, and I tell the people that I talk to on a daily basis to empower them, to give them life, is that you need to sacrifice something in order to get to where you need to be. I'm not telling you to go, lose everything and drop everything in the world. I'm not telling you to do that. When I tell you to sacrifice something, I'm telling you to sacrifice something temporarily so that you can get to wherever you were meant to be. Stop assuming that when I tell you sacrifice, it's a negative thing. When I speak to you, me, Hector Lopez, when I speak to you, everything that comes out of my mouth is to empower you to be better than you were yesterday. But if you're too busy living in the same past, not allowing yourself to grow to a better person, to be a bigger than you are, then you're only hurting yourself, not me. How far are you willing to go to grow? How far are you willing to go to grow? I challenge you. I challenge you. Personally, guys, I'll start with your family. Start with your family. Go reach out to someone that you haven't spoke to in a while. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you care about them, but that you want what's best for them. Because when you want what's best for them, you're gonna notice what you're gonna do. You're gonna start with them. Start with the people that you love. Start with the people that you surround yourself with, and you're gonna see the potential that you're gonna get to. I hope you received that message today. I hope that makes sense. I hope that sinks into your mind to know that you are better, that you can be better, not only for yourself, but for your family and the generations to come. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Hope you received this message. If you have any questions, comment below, and I would be glad to answer them in my earliest convenience. And if you feel that this message is powerful enough for you to share, you can share it away. No problem. God bless you all, and always remember, never forget to have faith, not fear. Whoop whoop. Peace.